Hello and welcome back to Let's Crochet. Today I'm going to show you how to make this hexagon cushion, or you can use it as a pyjama case. I've left it open so I can show you. So you put your cushion inside there and put two toggles on there to fasten it, but I'm going to use it as a pyjama case to put on my bed. So I shall show you how to do this. I've already made 7 of these hexagons in all different colours, because you need 8 to make the pillowcase. So they're nice and bright, colourful. That's what we need in the winter months. So I'll get everything sorted. I'll get my yarn and my crochet hook. I will be using 4.5 crochet hook today. So I'll come back to you when I get everything sorted out. So I've got my yarn. I'll be doing a magic ring in yellow today. I'm not sure if I showed you the right hook. I think I might have showed you a 4, but if I didn't, I'm using a 4.5mm hook. I've got my yarn needle and I've got my scissors. So let's crochet. Just find the end of this yarn. I can find the end. There we go. So like I said, we're going to do a magic circle, a magic ring. So you lay the yarn across your 4 fingers, wrap it around the first 2 fingers. Make sure that you've got a cross at the side on the top of your first finger, and then insert the hook and pull the yarn through, and then you've got a ring. So on the first row of this magic ring, we'll be chaining 2, 1, 2. That counts as a double crochet. So altogether, including the chain, we'll be needing 12. So I'm going to put 11 double crochets into this circle. So that's 2, 3, 4. I'll come back to you when I've got my 12 double crochets. So that's 11, 12. So you need 12 double crochets inside this circle. So you just pull your yarn to close the ring, put your hook back into your yarn, and then put your hook underneath the first chain of the beginning of this circle, grab your yarn, pull it through and pull it through, so it's a slip stitch. And just cut your yarn, pull your yarn through, and what I do is I put my hook underneath, wrap my yarn underneath the hook and pull it through. Just put my hook, and I just pull the yarn to tighten this up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to sew in these ends, and then we'll be doing round 2. So I've sewn the ends into the back of this circle, and what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be doing a double cluster. Excuse me. So I always start at the one what I've just put in the slip stitch. Slip stitch. So I'm going to put another slip stitch into here, and then chain 2, 1, 2. Oops. So we've chained 2, and we're going to wrap the yarn. It's just like a double crochet. So we put us hook underneath the chain, grab the yarn, pull it through. You've got 3 stitches on your hook. Pull it through the first 2. We're not going to finish the double crochet, so we're going to wrap the yarn around the hook, put the hook underneath the chain, pull the yarn through. You've got 4 stitches on the hook, so you pull it through the first 2, pull it through the last 2, second 2, sorry, and then pull it through the last 2. So that's your double cluster. Chain 2, 1, 2. So we're going to wrap the yarn around his hook, put his hook underneath this chain space, grab the yarn, pull it through, just pull it through the first 2. We're not going to finish the double crochet, sorry. Then wrap the yarn around the hook, put it into the chain, grab the yarn, pull it through the first 2, and then pull it through the next 2. You've got 2 hooks, 2 stitches left on your hook. Then wrap your yarn around the hook, put your hook on the chain space, grab the yarn. You've got 4 stitches on the hook. You pull it through the first 2, pull it through the next 2, and then pull it through the last 2. Chain 2, 1, 2. I'll just pull some yarn off me ball of wool. I'll just show you one more time. So you wrap the yarn around the hook, put your hook in the chain space, grab your yarn, you've got 3 stitches on your hook, pull it through the first 2, leave 2 stitches on your hook, wrap the yarn around the hook, put your hook into the chain space, grab the yarn, you've got 4 stitches on the hook, pull it through the first 2, pull it through the next 2. Then you wrap your yarn around the hook, put your hook into the chain space, grab the yarn, you've got 4. Oh, we have got a visitor. Dale, you are a naughty boy. Excuse me, I'm just going to have to sort my cat out. If you've watched any of my other videos, I do apologise because my cats, every time I put a video to record, they always have to come, either jump on my table or meow or do get in a carrier bag or whatever. I do apologise. So what I'll do is I'll take this last cluster off and I'll start again and I'll show you what we do. So we wrap the yarn around the hook, put the hook underneath the chain space, grab the yarn, you've got 3 stitches on your hook. Pull your yarn through the first 2 and leave the other 2 on your hook. Wrap the yarn around your hook, put your hook in the chain space, grab the yarn, pull it through the first 2 and pull it through the next 2. Then wrap the yarn around the hook, put your hook into the chain space, grab your yarn, you've got 4 stitches on your hook. Pull it through the first 2, pull it through the next 2 and then pull it through the last 2. And then chain 2. I'll just show you one more time with the cat jumping on the table. So we wrap the yarn around the hook, put the hook in the chain space, grab the yarn, pull it through. You've got 3 stitches on your chain, pull it through the first 2, leave these 2 on your hook. Wrap your yarn around the hook, put your hook into the chain space, grab your yarn, you've got 4 stitches on the hook, pull it through the first 2, pull it through the next 2, leave the 2 stitches on your hook. So wrap the yarn around the hook, put your hook into the chain space, grab your yarn, pull it through the first 2, pull it through the next 2 and then pull it through the last 2. And that's a double cluster. Chain 2. So we need 12 of these clusters, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So go around this circle and when you get to here I'll come back to you. Right, I'm on my 12th cluster, so we put his hook into the chain space, grab his yarn, pull it through the first 2 loops, then wrap the yarn around the hook, put your hook into the chain space, grab your yarn, put it through the first 2, then put it through the last 2, leave the 2 stitches on the hook. So wrap your yarn around the hook, put the hook into the chain space, grab the yarn, pull it through the first 2, pull it through the next 2 and then pull it through the last 2. Chain 2, 1, 2. Just grab some more yarn, make it a bit easier. And what we do now is we put a slip stitch into the top of this first chain. So that's 1, 2, 3. So if you put your slip stitch to the top of this chain, what you did at the beginning, yep, the yarn on, then just pull it through, then cut that, pull the yarn through, and then you just get your hook and grab this yarn, pull it through back through the chain. So I'm just going to sew these ends in and I'll come back to you and I'll tell you what we're going to do next. So I've sewn these ends in. So this was a double cluster. So what we're going to do next is we're going to do a triple cluster. So you put your chain, slip knot onto your hook, and then in these spaces, these chain spaces, we're going to put as triple cluster. So we do a slip stitch to join onto there, and then we chain 3. That counts as a triple. So what we do on this one, we wrap the yarn around his hook twice. That's 1, 2. Put his hook into the same chain space of that chain 3. Pull your yarn through, go through the first 2, go through the next 2. Then wrap the yarn around your hook twice. Put your hook into the chain space, grab your yarn, pull it through the first 2, pull it through the next 2, and then pull it through all 3. That's a treble cluster. 1, 2. So you wrap your yarn around the hook twice, put your hook into this chain space, grab your yarn, pull it through the first 2, pull it through the next two. Wrap your yarn around the hook, tongue twister. Put your hook into the chain space, grab your yarn, pull it through the first two, pull it through the next two, pull it through the next two. So you've got 2 chains on your hook. So wrap your yarn around your hook twice, put your hook in the chain space, pull your yarn through, pull it through the first two, pull it through the next two, and then pull it through all 3. That's a treble cluster. I'll just show you one more time. So you wrap your yarn around your hook twice, put your hook into the chain space, pull your yarn through, pull it through the first two, pull it through the next two. Wrap your yarn around the hook, put your hook into the chain space, grab your yarn, pull it through the first two, pull it through the next two, and pull it through the last two, leaving 2 chains on your hook. So wrap your yarn around your hook twice, put your hook in the chain space, grab your yarn, pull it through the first two, pull it through the next two, and you've got 3 chains on the hook and pull it through all 3. Chain 2. So you need to do 12 treble clusters all the way around this circle. So I'll come back to you when I get to here. Right, I'm at my last chain space. So you wrap your yarn around your hook twice, put your hook into the chain space, grab your yarn, put it through the first 2 stitches, and then put it through the next 2. Then wrap your yarn around the hook twice, put your hook in the chain space, grab your yarn, pull it through the first 2, pull it through the next 2, and then pull it through the last 2. Then wrap your yarn around your hook, put your hook into the chain space, grab the yarn, pull it through the first 2, pull it through the next 2, and then pull it through all 3. Chain 2. So we're going to attach this cluster to the first cluster of the one what we've just done onto the chain 3 that we did at the beginning. Pull the yarn out and then just cut that off. Pull the yarn through, put your hook back into that chain space, wrap your yarn around your hook and pull it through. And this is what it should look like. So I'm just going to sew in the ends and I'll come back to you and I'll tell you what we do next. Right, I've sewn the ends in and we're on to row 4 now. So what we're going to do now is when I just get my yarn onto my hook, just do a slip stitch, put the hook in. We're going to do the hexagon now. So what we do is we put as hook into the chain space of the treble clusters. So we do a slip stitch and we chain 2, 1, 2, and then we put another two double crochets into here. So we're going to put 3 all together, including the chain that we've just done. Just move this tail out of the way, and then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and into the same space we're going to put another 3 double crochets. If I can just move this down, let's just move this out of the way. There we go. So put another 3 double crochets into the same space. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to put 3 double crochets into here. 1, 2, 3, and then this is going to be 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. That's 3, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets. I'll show you what it should look like. And just put this third double crochet in here. So we've put 3 double crochets into this cluster space, two chains, 3 double crochets. We are doing a chain space in between these clusters, and then we're doing 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. So we'll put another 3 double crochets into here. grab some yarn. So that's 1, 2, 3 double crochets into there, and then 3 double crochets, and then chain 2, and then 3 double crochets. I'll show you what it looks like when I've just done this. Chain 2, 1, 2, and then 3 double crochets into here. 1, 2, 3. Just take my hook out so I can show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like up to press. So you've got your 3 double crochets where you started, chain 2, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, chain 3 and 3 double crochets. So do that all the way till you get to here, and I'll show you what you do when we get to here. So I'm nearly at the end of this hexagon row that we're doing with the corners. So I'm just going to put 3 more double crochets into here. 2, 3, and then a slip stitch into the top of this chain space. Grab your yarn, pull your yarn through, pull the yarn, and then pull your yarn through, put your hook back into the chain space, put your yarn around the hook and just pull that through. So I'm going to sew these in, and then I'll come back to you and I'll show you what we do next. Right, I've sewn the the ends into this back. So what we're doing now is we're going to put double crochets out way around here, but we're going to do double crochet and chain 2. I shall show you. Use the colour that you want for the background, because on this here is I've used 4 colours, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th row what goes around the hexagon I've used to join as well. So if you want to use different colours you can, but on the pattern it says on this row use the background colour, so that's what I've done. So I shall show you what we do next. So I've got my beige yarn, make a slip stitch. So in this corner I'm going to put two double crochets, just do a slip stitch, 1, 2, and then 2 more double crochets, sorry, 1 more double crochet. So in the top of these stitches, you can, above the chains, you should have 9. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're going to put your double crochets in all of these top chains here. So we've done 2 in the corner. So you do 1 double crochet into that chain space, then another double crochet into that chain space, and then another double crochet into that chain space. So you, all together, just on the chain spaces, not in the corners, you should have 9 double crochets. Another double crochet into there, then another one into there. Let me just count. So we've got 2 already in that corner, so you don't count them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you put 2 double crochets into the corner space where the chain space is. So not including this chain, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then your 2 chain. So altogether on every corner, not including the ones that we've just done, you should have 11. It'll make sense when I show you. So we've chain 2, 1, 2. So we're going to put another 2 double crochets into here. Do that again. That's 1, 2, and in that corner space you're going to put a double crochet. You can just see the hole there, so put a double crochet into there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oops, that wrapped my hand around the hook, 5, 6, 'It's a little bit tricky sometimes when you're just going over the top of the chain space, 7, 8, 9, and then you put 2 double crochets into the chain space. So that's 2 double crochet there, and then chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets. 1, 2, that's 1, 2. So I'll show you what it should look like. So we started with a chain 2 in that corner space, and then we've done 9 single crochets, chain 2, so on there we've got 11, and then we've put 2 single crochets into there, sorry, 2 double crochets into there, then 9 double crochets, and then 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then 2 double crochets. So just do the exact same, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets into this corner, and then again all the way down here, and then 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then 2 double crochets, and I'll come back to you when I get to here. So I've got to the end of this hexagon round double crochet, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then just put my last one in here, 9, and then put a slip stitch into the top of this chain 3 that we did at the beginning. So just pull that through, and pull that through there. So this is what it should look like to press. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and show you the hexagon together, what you saw at the sides. I have put a picture of the pattern on this video to show you how to join it together. It is easy actually. I was quite surprised when I made this one myself. I thought it might have been a bit difficult, but it is quite easy. And all I've done is join these edges with the single crochet, and then I've just joined in these corners, but I'll try my best and I'll show you what to do because I'm no expert, but it does look nice. I really like this. So I've made 2 now. So I can have one for a cushion and I can have one for my pyjamas. So I'll show you what we do next when I've just thrown in these ends. Because I've already made these hexagons, you need 8 altogether. In my workspace that I've got, I haven't really got much room to show you what it's going to look like when it's together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compromise. I'm just going to put this pattern, hexagon pattern, on the floor so then I can show you how to join it. It's no point in doing a project if you're not going to show the person or the people that want to watch how to do it properly, is it really? So just give me a second and I'll come back to you. This is the layout of the pattern. So when you've done your hexagons, if you lay your pattern out like that, that's how it's going to join. So I shall show you the next step. Right, I've got them laid out on my table, best how I can show you. So what I'm going to do, there's no particular way that you join these hexagons. So I'm going to start in one of these corners and you just put a slip stitch in there, and then you're just going to do single crochets all the way to the bottom. So this is that's how I'm going to start mine. So I shall show you what we do next. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a slip knot onto my hook, and this is the first hexagon of the pattern. So I'm going to join the next hexagon to here. So with the right side facing you, put a slip stitch in the chain space. When I can find the crochet, when I can find the yarn. So there's one slip stitch into there, into the chain space, 2 chain space. So what we're going to do is we're going to put single crochets. We're going to put a single crochet into there and join that one, and then a single crochet, then join that one with a slip stitch. I'll explain to you when we get. So on top of this crochet, double crochet, you put your hook inside, and then put your hook inside the other one, and then just do a single crochet. It's easy as that. And then this double crochet on top of there and that chain, you're going to do the same over there. So put your hook into the chain space. So you've got like 4, you've got 2 chain spaces. So you chain 2 chains, I'm not right good at explaining, am I? Right, so you've got one chain there and then another chain. So just grab your yarn, pull it through both chains, and then just do a single crochet. Then again, put your hook into that chain space, and then you hook into this chain space, and then do single crochet. Then again, on top of the double crochet, put your hook in that chain space, and then you hook into that chain space, and then do a single crochet, pull it through. So we're going to do this all the way to the end of this hexagon. So I'll just carry on doing this. Like I said, it is easy once you get the swing of it. So it's another single crochet, another single crochet into there, and then single crochet into there, and then another single crochet into there, and then another single crochet into the top, last two. And then you should have your chain spaces marrying each other, so you can put your fingers in there and you can see the hole. So we're going to put a slip stitch into there and a chain one. So let me just take my hook out and I'll show you. So there, that's how you join your hexagons together. So what I'm going to have to do now, because I've done it this way, is I'm going to fasten this off, and then I'm going to join another one to here. So when I do this one, I'll start in here, slip stitch into that chain space, and then just do a single crochet all the way up to here, and then in there you do a single crochet, sorry, you do a slip stitch, then a chain one, and then you join this side here. So you go all the way up here. So you're going all the way up here and then onto here, and then you can join your next one. Let me just see, have I got the pattern right? Let me just have a look. I just need to double check and make sure I'm not telling you wrong. So yeah, that's right. So what we do, well, I'm going to change that colour because we've got two greens. So this is green as well, isn't it? Right, so you do a slip stitch into there, and then you do your single crochet all the way up here, and then you do your single crochet, join it into the opposite one, chain one, and then you come all the way to here, and then you put another one into there. So either you can go up here and then just fasten it off, or you can go down here and then you can put the other one in, and then you can go down here and then put the other one in, and then down to here, and then down to here. And then this is the last, this is the last one. Let me just see if I can show you. And this is the last one. So you join it to here. So that is how your pattern works. But because I did it that way, I'm going to have to fasten this corner off here, which is not a problem. So you can start here and then just do all join with a slip stitch, then a single crochet, slip stitch, then chain one, then single crochet, slip stitch, chain one, and then join all your work together. So I'll come back to you when I have finished my crocheting, joining the hexagons. Right, I'm going to show you how to join one of these corners together. So I'm just going to turn my work. So I've joined up to here, and I put a single crochet into the top of this double crochet. Then I've joined these two corners together with a slip stitch and a chain one. So that's, I've done a chain one into there. Just turn my work round. So we're going to join this hexagon to this corner here. So you put a slip stitch into here. I have to turn my work back round again. There we go. So we're going to put a slip stitch into there, and then chain one, and then we're going to just join these together. So what we're going to do is put a single crochet into the top of this double crochet, and then a single crochet into there, and then a single crochet on top of that double crochet, and then single crochet, and then you put your hook into that where the double crochet is, and then into the next double crochet to here, then another single crochet all the way down to the bottom So if you could count them, because you have got 9 stitches on each hexagon, so if you think you're not doing it properly, you can just count 9 stitches. 9 chains, sorry. So I'll just get to the end and then single crochet, and then another single crochet, and then one into the top of that. Then a single crochet into there, and then this is the last one, single crochet into there, and then a slip stitch into that chain space, chain 1. So this is what it looks like. So far. So I've done when you join these corners together, you put a slip stitch in one of the corner that you're joining, and then a chain 1, and then you just carry on joining your hexagons. It is easy once you know how to do it, and I know I've done that the wrong way around. I probably should have started here and then worked it down here, but it doesn't really matter. So just count your stitches, because you've got 9 double crochets in each section of these hexagons. So you just do a slip stitch, then you chain 1, and then just count 9 single crochets, and then again you join your next one to here, and then your next one to here, and your next one to here. Just turn it round, and then your next one to here. But I have shown you the pattern earlier on in the video. So I'm going to join all these together, and then I'm going to come back to you and I'll show you what we do next. Right, I've joined all these hexagons together. I'm no expert at crocheting, so you'll have to just bear with me. So all you have to really do is just put 9 stitches across there, 9 single crochets down here, join with a slip stitch, chain 1, and then 9 single crochets, slip stitch, chain 1 until you've joined them all. And this, I've got this last one to put on, so just decide on which way you want it, because you don't have to have it the way I showed you. So I'm going to put this last one on here, so I'll show you again what you do. You get your hook and your here, put a slip knot onto your hook, and I'm just going to turn my way around, and then I'm just going to join this. So you put your hook into there, to that chain space, and then you hook into this chain space, and then just do a single slip stitch, and I can get her back, and then chain 1, and then you put your hook into the top of the crochet, what you've put in previous, when I can find mine, there we go, and then just do single crochet, then again in that next chain, and into that next chain, single crochet, and into that chain, and into that chain, single crochet, all the way to the end. So you should have 9 single crochets along here, because you've got 9 double crochets from the previous row that we did. And I know you've got your chains inside your, I know you've got your single crochets in the corners. I'll explain in a minute. I don't want to confuse you, because I'm confusing myself. I'm not really. I know what I'm talking about, but it's not coming out properly. Right, there we go. So you've got your 9 single crochets, what we did previous, and then you've got your single crochet in the corner. That's what I meant to say with your chain 2. So you do a slip stitch into the chain 2 space, and then chain 1, and then just cut your here and then pull it through. So that's all joined together. So I'm just going to sew these ends in, and then I'll come back to you and I'll tell you what we're going to do next. Right, we've joined all this together, and it doesn't have to be a continuous stitch. Just stop and start and rejoin it. Just take your time. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn it over. So because it's going to be a cushion or a pyjama case, we're going to join these ends in like So it's going to be a bit like that. And use this middle one here for like a centre space. So you join that into there like that. And then join that one into there like that one. And then that one goes in there like that. And then that one goes in there like that. Just see if I can crease them to make them stay, so I can show you what I mean. There we go. And then this up here goes across there. And then if you turn your work, you need to have an opening, so you can have it open like after you've joined it all up. You can leave this. You can leave these two open, so you can put your cushion in here. But what I did on mine, what I found with it a little bit bigger, is I've left it the top bit open, so it's like a flap, and I'm going to put a toggle, 2 toggle buttons here to close them. So that's what it should look like. So I'll show you again. So I'll just open all these again. So you've turned your work after you've joined it. Use this centerpiece here. So you fold your work onto there. So you're just folding all your hexagons in half like that. And then this flap here, this here with the extra one on the end, that is the middle. So it goes like that. So you're going to stitch all this together, leaving one open, whichever one you want. And then once you've sewn all that in, I'll come back to you. So it's just like it was before. Slip stitch, single crochet, slip stitch, chain 1, and then you just join all these together, and then when these chain spaces are, slip stitch, chain 1, but don't join that one up last. So just join these up. Well, then it's entirely up to you how you join it. It's just all a single crochet, slip stitch, chain 1, single crochet, slip stitch, chain 1, single crochet, slip stitch, chain 1, and then bring the middle in. So I'll come back to you when I've sewn all mine in. Right, I've sewn all my hexagons together. I've sewn all the ends in. I hope your hexagon cushion, PyJAma case worked out okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put these 2 toggles in, and then I'm going to sew them in, and I'll come back to you when I've done this. So I've put the 2 toggles on. You don't need to make any loops or anything, so just use your chain space to just fasten onto there, and then your other one onto there, like so. So that's one pillowcase, hexagon pillowcase finished, or your PyJAma case. So I will be giving these to my family for Christmas. That's one, and this is the other one. So I'm just gonna put the 2 toggles onto there, and they're finished. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video of hexagon pillowcase stroke PyJAma case. So if you like these videos, please subscribe, and I'll put another one up in a few days. See you later. Bye.